the hidden money traps keeping you poor and how to escape them.
Welcome to the world of personal finance, a world that feels like an endless maze filled with bills, bad debts, and confusing advice at every corner. If you feel as if you are running in circles, desperately trying to figure out how to manage your money, you are far from alone. Countless people find themselves stuck in this exact same maze, trapped by impulse purchases, drowning in bad debt, and never quite discovering the way out. Here is the good news. The maze is not as complicated as it looks. In fact, there is a clear and proven blueprint that shows you exactly how to break free and start building wealth that lasts. The secret to escaping the financial maze is not luck, and it is not about possessing some unfair advantage. It comes down to the right tools, the right mindset, and a plan you can actually follow. In this guide, I will show you step by step how to take control of your money. Destroy your debt, start investing, and finally build the wealth you truly deserve. Ready to get started? Let us dive into the blueprint that leads directly to financial freedom.
Subscription graveyard. The silent wallet killer.
Let me hit you with a quick question. When was the last time you checked your subscriptions? No, I am not talking about Netflix or Spotify. I am talking about those sneaky random services you signed up for without a second thought. Applications, magazine subscriptions, cloud storage, online gyms, or that so-called free trial that started charging you months ago. It's those quiet little vampires that keep sipping money out of your account every single month. If you have not checked recently, prepare yourself for a rude awakening, and it will not be pleasant. Welcome to your personal subscription graveyard, where unwanted charges crawl out of the shadows and drain your bank account, one tiny fee at a time. It is the silent assassin of your savings, and it is far from harmless. Allow me to break it down. In the digital age, subscribing is ridiculously easy. One click, and boom, instant access to whatever you want. But here comes the trick. Those small monthly charges do not remain small for very long. $5 here, $15 there, it feels harmless until you add it all up. Over a year, those tiny amounts magically transform into hundreds or even thousands of wasted dollars. Think about it. You signed up for a cloud storage service that promised unlimited space for all your photos and videos. It sounded amazing, correct? Now you are paying $10 every single month for something you probably open twice a year. Or maybe you downloaded that fitness application swearing you would finally get in shape. 3 months later, it is collecting digital dust, but the payments keep coming. Why? Because you forgot about it. And let us not even talk about free trials. They are the most devious trap of them all. That shiny free offer looks too good to ignore. You sign up, tell yourself you will cancel before the charges kick in, and then, surprise, you forget. Suddenly, you are locked into a monthly payment plan for something you never actually wanted in the first place. It is like setting a trap for yourself and proudly stepping right into it. The worst part is companies depend on your forgetfulness. They know human behavior. They know you are busy, distracted, and do not spend your life staring at your bank statements. They know you will let those subscriptions keep draining your money without even realizing it. But here comes the great news. You do not have to play their game anymore. Now that you know what you are up against, let us talk about the way out. The key is very simple: awareness and action. Here is the step-by-step plan to take back control of your finances and reclaim your money. Step 1. Conduct a subscription audit. This is the most important step, and probably the most shocking one. Go through your bank statements and credit card bills from the past 3 to 6 months. Highlight every single recurring charge you find. Believe me, you will uncover more than you expect. Then, ask yourself, do I truly need this? Am I actually using this service? If the answer is no, cancel it immediately. Do not overthink it. You're not wasting money by canceling. You are saving it. Think of it as removing a leech that has been feeding off your wallet. Step 2. Use a subscription tracker application. If hunting down every subscription manually feels like torture, let technology do the heavy lifting. Applications like Truebill, Trim, or Bobby can automatically track your recurring charges and even cancel subscriptions for you. Yes, they literally cut the vampires off on your behalf. Some of these apps are free, and even the paid ones usually cost far less than the money you will save. Step 3. Set regular reminders to recheck subscriptions. it is incredibly easy to fall back into the trap. So do yourself a favor. Set a reminder every 3 to 6 months to review your subscriptions. Add it to your phone calendar, set an alarm, write it on a sticky note, whatever works. When the reminder pops up, ask yourself again, am I still getting real value from this? If not, cancel it without guilt. Step 4. Use a prepaid card for subscriptions. Want an extra layer of protection? Use a prepaid card for all your online subscriptions. Load it with just enough money to cover the services you actually want to keep. When the card runs dry, no more surprise charges. It is like setting a trap, but this time for the companies trying to trap you. The subscription graveyard is very real, but it does not have to be your final destination. By staying aware, tracking your spending, and eliminating unwanted charges, you can escape this financial trap with ease. It may look like a small thing, but those little subscriptions add up faster than you realize. Your wallet will breathe a sigh of relief, your future self will thank you, and your bank account will finally start looking healthier. Start today. Take control. Stop letting subscriptions eat away at your financial future in silence.
Lifestyle creep. When your raise gets robbed.
Congratulations! You finally received a raise. Your boss has recognized your hard work, and your paycheck looks healthier than ever. You can breathe a little easier now, knowing you have extra money coming in every month. Life should feel good, correct? Not so fast. You might want to check your wallet, because if you are not careful, that shiny new raise could be slipping right through your fingers without you even noticing. Welcome to the sneaky world of lifestyle creep, the silent thief that robs you of your hard-earned progress while smiling politely in the background. But what exactly is lifestyle creep? Picture this. You receive a raise at work, and suddenly your spending begins to expand to match your new income. You move into a bigger apartment, lease that sleek car you have been eyeing, or start dining at upscale restaurants every weekend. At first, it feels incredible. You deserve it, correct? You worked hard for that raise after all. But here's the trick with lifestyle creep. It does not hit you like a truck. It sneaks up on you slowly, almost invisibly, like a tiny leak in a dam that no one notices until the whole thing bursts. Those innocent little upgrades gradually eat away at your extra income. Before you know it, you are back to living paycheck to paycheck, despite the fact that your salary has gone up. Here's the dirty little secret. The more money people make, the more they tend to spend. Sounds fun, right? Fortunately, it is also financial quicksand. When your expenses rise alongside your income, you never actually move forward. Yes, your paycheck may be bigger, but so are your bills, your rent, your dinners, and your monthly commitments. You are rich in income, but poor in actual wealth. Take a moment and ask yourself, how much of your spending has grown in direct proportion to your raise? Did you upgrade to premium cable? Did you add more unnecessary subscriptions? Did you finally sign up for that gym membership you claimed you needed, only to ignore it after a few weeks? If you are nodding, do not worry, you are in very good company. Lifestyle creep happens to almost everyone. You might be thinking, why is this a problem? I worked hard. I earned this money. So why should I not enjoy it? Fair question. The answer lies in one very human weakness: instant gratification. Our brains crave rewards right now. That is why spending that raise feels amazing in the moment. But that momentary high often destroys long-term goals, like saving for retirement, investing, or simply building an emergency fund. It is the same reason diets collapse and why people procrastinate on important tasks. The reward later simply does not feel as satisfying as the pleasure now. But here's the plot twist. Learning to delay gratification is one of the most powerful financial superpowers you can ever develop. The good news is that lifestyle creep is not unbeatable. You can enjoy your raise without letting it control you. It takes a little planning, a pinch of discipline, and a refusal to let your money boss you around. Here's how. Step 1. Define your financial goals before spending a single cent of that raise. Stop and decide what you truly want. Is it building an emergency fund? Paying off debt? Saving for a home? Once you set a clear goal, every spending choice either brings you closer or pushes you further away. Step 2. Create a budget that includes your raise instead of automatically raising your lifestyle to match your paycheck. Put your raise to work. A smart strategy is to allocate at least half of your raise towards savings or investments, while using the other half for meaningful lifestyle upgrades, such as paying off debt or boosting retirement contributions. The key is to save and invest first, spend later. Step 3. Automate your savings. One of the most effective ways to stop lifestyle creep in its tracks is automation. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts the moment your paycheck hits. When the money is gone before you even see it, you will not miss it. Out of sight, out of mind, and into your future. Step 4. Follow the 30-day rule for purchases. Here is a powerful weapon against impulse, the 30-day rule. Before making any non-essential purchase, wait 30 days. If after that period you still want it, go ahead. Most of the time, the excitement will fade, and you will be glad you saved your money. If you still want it after a month, then at least you know it was not just a passing impulse. A raise is an opportunity, not an excuse. If you let your lifestyle grow every time your paycheck grows, you will never truly get ahead. The trick is to outsmart your own brain. Enjoy the present, but do not sacrifice the future. So next time your boss rewards your hard work, celebrate, but celebrate wisely. Build your future, not just your present. That is how you turn a raise into real wealth, instead of another trap that keeps you stuck.
Buy now, cry later. The poison disguised as credit.
You know the script. You are scrolling through your favorite online store, and there it is. That shiny gadget. The outfit that will change your life, or the pair of shoes that seems designed just for you. Of course, it is on sale because sales always appear just for you. And how could you resist when the cherry on top is flashing? Buy now, pay later. It looks like a gift from the heavens, does it not? Wrong. That is not a gift. It is a trap wrapped in a pretty ribbon. Credit is that nice friend who always offers you a ride but leaves you stranded at 3 in the morning. It looks magical, but it is nothing more than the system's most elegant way of sucking away your future and turning your momentary desire into a lifelong bill. The allure is irresistible. Having today what you could only pay for tomorrow, it feels like a superpower. The problem is that this sensation of a life hack comes with hidden interest rates, sneaky fees, and installments that seem small, until they snowball and crush your budget without warning. And the worst part? Credit is addictive. It is like potato chips. You never stop at one. It's just one more little purchase keeps feeding the monster. And suddenly, that small $200 treat has tripled in cost because you only pay the minimum. Congratulations, you bought one product and received an eternal invoice as a bonus. Do not be fooled. Banks and buy now, cry later companies thrive on this. They count on your impulses. Their entire business model depends on you falling for temptation, failing to pay in full, and becoming a hostage of revolving credit. While you are under the illusion of being in control, they are happily profiting from your lack of discipline. Let us do the math. $200 purchase plus minimum payments equals debt that drags on for months, sometimes years, and ends up costing $400 or even $500. By the time you finish paying, the object of desire is broken, outdated, or forgotten in your closet, but your card still reminds you of your brilliant financial decision. The most treacherous part of credit is that it does not hurt immediately. Each small installment feels harmless, almost invisible, but together they accumulate into a mountain. It is like filling a bucket with a hole in it. You never notice the leak until you are drowning. And when the full bill finally arrives, reality strikes. You did not just buy shoes. You bought anxiety, sleepless nights, and a mortgage on your future. There is still hope. If you do not want to be an eternal slave to your own impulses, here is your survival kit. 1. Only use credit if you can pay in full immediately. It sounds obvious, but if you cannot afford it now, do not buy it. Credit is not a solution. It is a delay of the inevitable. 2. Have a real budget. Not the self-deceiving kind where you say, this month there will be extra money. Set limits and stick to them. Build an emergency fund. Emergencies should not be solved with a card swipe. 3. If you must use a card, make it work for you. Choose one with cashback or rewards, but only if you pay the balance in full each month. Otherwise, the only reward is making banks richer. 4. Use alerts and notifications. Set reminders for when you approach your limit or a due date. A forgotten payment can become an absurd fee in the blink of an eye. Buy now, cry later is a catchy slogan that deserves a skull symbol next to it. Instant pleasure feels good in the moment, but the hidden cost will haunt you for years. So the next time that flashing buy now, pay later button winks at you, ask yourself, is this fleeting desire worth months of bad debt and regret? If the answer is no, close the tab, breathe, and save your future. Your tomorrow self will thank you.
The sale that stole your savings.
We have all been there. You were walking through the mall or scrolling through your favorite online store when suddenly it appears, the sale of a lifetime. A giant sign is practically screaming at you. 50% off. Your heart skips a beat. You cannot believe your luck. How could you possibly ignore such an opportunity? After all, this feels like free money, right? But pause for a second. Before you grab that cart or hit add to cart, let us take a step back. Ask yourself, is this really a deal? Or is it a cleverly designed trap built to drain your savings while leaving you with an empty wallet and a closet full of regret? We have been trained to adore sales. A discount feels like a victory, as if we have beaten the system. But here is the inconvenient truth. Just because something is on sale does not mean it is a bargain. In fact, sales are often psychological tricks, carefully engineered to make you spend money that you had absolutely no intention of spending in the first place. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself buying something you did not truly need, simply because the price tag had been slashed? You tell yourself it is cheaper now, so it must be worth it. But here's the catch. You only save money if you were planning to buy the item already. If you had no intention of purchasing it, then you are not saving. You are simply spending, and your bank account knows it. Why do we fall for this trap so easily? The answer is psychology. Discounts activate the pleasure centers of the brain. When you see a price cut in half, it feels like you are winning some secret game. You feel victorious, clever, and resourceful. But here's the ugly truth. Most of the time, you are not winning at all. You are being manipulated into buying something unnecessary. Retailers understand this better than anyone. They know that human beings love a perceived victory. They also know that our brains are terrible at calculating the real cost of a sale. Imagine this. You had budgeted $50 for the week, but you suddenly see a jacket marked down from $100 to $50. You convince yourself that it is a bargain. The truth? You are still spending $50 that was never meant for that jacket. The savings are imaginary. The expense is very real. And then comes the urgency trap. Retailers do not simply lower prices. They add flashing warnings. Only 2 hours left, or final item in stock. That sense of scarcity lights up your fear of missing out. FOMO. Suddenly you are no longer shopping. You are racing against an invisible clock, desperate to win a prize you never needed in the first place. Here's the harsh reality. Buying things simply because they are on sale often costs more in the long run. You walk out with items you did not plan to buy, and your savings account pays the price. It can even be worse than paying full price for something you actually needed. Let us break it down with an example. You see a jacket on sale for $50, originally $100. You convince yourself it is a brilliant deal. You buy it, even though you already have 2 jackets in your closet. Now, you are $50 poorer, and that money could have gone toward savings, paying bad debt, or investing. That sale did not save you a cent. It stole your money in disguise. And the worst part, you might never even wear the jacket. Fortunately, you can protect yourself from this trap. The strategy is simple, but it requires discipline. Step 1. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Before you touch that checkout button, pause and question your motives. If the answer is no, put it back. Deal is not a deal if you never needed the item in the first place. Step 2. Create a shopping budget. Decide in advance how much you are willing to spend on non-essential items each month. When that money is gone, the shopping ends. No exceptions. Budgets are boring, but they are lifesavers. Step 3. Shop with a list. This sounds ridiculously simple, but it works. Make a list of what you genuinely need before you shop. Stick to it like your financial future depends on it, because it does. Step 4. Delay gratification with the 30-day rule. When a sale tempts you, Wait 30 days before buying. If you still want the item after a month, fine, go for it. Most of the time, however, you will forget about it, and that is your brain quietly thanking you for saving money. Obviously, sales are not your friend. They are a shiny distraction designed to make you believe you are winning, while your wallet quietly loses. Just because something is marked down does not mean it is a good deal. The real victory is resisting the temptation and protecting your savings for things that actually matter. The next time you see a giant sale sign, stop for a moment. Ask yourself, is this truly a bargain or is it a trap? Choose wisely, and you will discover that keeping your savings intact is the greatest deal of all.
Bad debt, the silent enemy that is draining your wealth.
Let us be honest for a moment. Bad debt is like that toxic friend you cannot seem to get rid of. You know the type, the one who swears they will leave soon but somehow keeps hanging around, ruining your plans and holding you back. At first you convince yourself it is manageable, there's only a little debt, you say. But before long, that so-called little bad debt has taken over your life, draining your wealth one painful payment at a time. Here's the truth about bad debt. It is silent. It does not announce itself with sirens or flashing lights. It creeps in quietly. You might not feel its weight at first, but once you do, it is already too late. Worse, it is easy to justify or ignore. After all, everyone has bad debt, right? But just because it is common does not make it healthy. If you are carrying high-interest bad debt, credit card balances, payday loans, or anything where you only make the minimum payments, you are letting your wealth slip away faster than you can say compound interest. Bad debt rarely barges in with drama. Instead, it sneaks in through the back door. Maybe it starts with a few items on your credit card. Maybe you finance a shiny new gadget or take out a loan for something important. At first, the payments look small, harmless even. But behind the scenes, interest is your silent enemy, working against you day after day. Let us put numbers on it. Suppose you borrow $1,000 on a credit card with a 20% annual interest rate, so that is $200 a year in interest alone. Soon you realize you are paying for things twice, once when you buy them, and again through interest and fees. That harmless bad debt has now turned into a financial monster, one that eats your income before you even get a chance to use it. Here's the tricky part. Bad debt feels comfortable. You might think bad debt is not that bad. I will pay it off eventually. That is the same lie many of us tell ourselves. Bad debt gives the illusion of freedom. It feels like you are spending money you do not have to worry about right now. It feels like free money. But the truth is that free money is the most expensive kind you will ever touch. This comfort is the most dangerous part of bad debt. It disguises itself as just another bill, just another payment. You tell yourself, I am only paying $50 a month, but that $50 is nothing compared to the interest piling up each month. The longer you carry the bad debt, the heavier the chains become. Bad debt does not only drain your bank account, it drains your peace of mind. Yes, the numbers on the screen look bad, but the emotional toll is even worse. Living under the constant shadow of bad debt means stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. It makes you feel trapped, like there is no escape from the cycle. And while your energy is spent worrying about bills and payments, you miss opportunities. Instead of planning for retirement, saving for a home, or investing for the future, you are stuck scrambling just to survive. Bad debt steals not only your money, but also your time, your focus, and your potential. Now that I have painted a grim picture, let me give you the good news. You can escape the cycle. You can crush bad debt before it crushes you. Here's the plan. Step 1. Stop adding to the pile. The first step is simple. Stop feeding the beast. Cut up a few credit cards if you must. Freeze spending on non-essential items. Go on what I call a bad debt-free diet, where you cut unnecessary expenses and focus on survival mode until you regain control. Step 2. Create a bad debt repayment strategy. Once the bleeding stops, you need a plan. Some prefer the bad debt snowball method. Pay off your smallest bad debt first, then roll that payment into the next one, gaining momentum as you go. Others prefer the avalanche method. Pay off the highest interest bad debt first to save money over time. Both work, so pick the one that fits your mindset and stick with it. Step 3. Build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is your safety net. Without it, every surprise expense sends you back into bad debt. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked safely away. This prevents setbacks and keeps you from repeating old mistakes. Step 4. Shift to saving and investing. When bad debt is under control, start building wealth. Automate your savings. Contribute to retirement accounts. Begin investing. By making saving automatic, you guarantee progress toward your future and avoid the temptation to spend. Bad debt is silent but deadly. It is like a thief living in your house, quietly stealing your wealth while you are distracted. But you do not have to let it win. With discipline, a plan, and a commitment to change, you can break free from the cycle. Do not let bad debt drain your energy, your money, or your dreams any longer. Take control, crush your bad debt, and build the future you deserve. The silent enemy may be powerful, but you are stronger.
Are you ready to take control, or will you stay stuck in the maze?
Now that you have the blueprint, the ball is in your court. You have the knowledge, the tools, and the strategy to escape the financial maze and start building real wealth. But here's the hard truth. Knowing what to do is only half the battle. The real question is, will you take action? Will you stop making excuses, ditch the bad habits, and commit to a future of financial freedom?